is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
We start tonight in a weather alert. Over the past few hours, several inches of snow fell in the St. Louis area, and now there's the threat of a refreeze overnight. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kelly Jackson.
And I'm Mike Bush. The snow came down fast and caused problems on the road. It's just now starting to wrap up. We have Weather First team coverage tonight. Meteorologist Tracy Hinson is keeping an eye on the roads in our storm tracker. And we also have Diamond Palmer and Robert Townsend covering the storm.
First, let's check in with meteorologist Jim Castillo.
Yeah, hi guys. So, late morning into the afternoon, that heavy wet snow came into the area. Then we had reports of thunder in the snow. So it's a thunderstorm with heavy snow. And when you get that, all bets are off. 4 to 5 inches of snow in some spots where you had that thunder snow, and up to 6 inches in a few areas. But St. Anne had about 3 inches. Tammy sent this in with that heavy wet snow coming down. And of course, wanted to show you a lightning bolt here. We saw that. Yeah, there it is right there. I can't see it in the camera, but just unbelievable with the sleet at times and the snow. We had that thunder and lightning. This is from Dillon and Deloge, Missouri. And thanks for sending that in. And of course, that snow is over with now, which is some fantastic news. Doppler weather radar is showing just a couple of flurries in our eastern Illinois counties, and all that lightning and thunder we had from Wentzville all the way down to Farmington and into the Sparta, Illinois area, a lot in southern Illinois, is over with. So how much did we get? 5.7 inches at the National Weather Service, Troy, Missouri, 3.5. And at Lambert, officially 3.3. And Arnold, with that snow, had thunder, and same for Washington County, Illinois. Much more in that forecast and that really cold night ahead.
All right, Jim. Road conditions deteriorated in a hurry this afternoon. Meteorologist Tracy Hinson has been on the road since that snow started to pile up.
Yeah, interstate speeds went from the 50s and 60s down to the 30s and 40s and even slower. Tracy, where are you right now?
Alrighty, so we just got on to Interstate 55. We're passing the big Barnes Jewish Hospital building here in South County, and you can see on the roads there is quite a bit of slush and crunchy ice. You might even be able to hear it underneath our tires. That is making our conditions a little slick. I'm also going to show you our top camera here that's sort of zoomed into those shoulders. That is a little bit tricky. So on our traffic maps right now, you can see many slowdowns across the St. Louis area. Let's bring it in here for this couple of slow spots here. Interstate 44 has 2 lanes blocked near Antire Road, and then over towards Sunset Hills you have another slowdown there along Interstate 270, and then right where 270 meets 55 you got a stalled vehicle down there as well as another lane blocked. So that is all challenging for us. And then up towards Wright City here you can see that there's a very large slowdown that is causing big delays. That is all in the westbound lanes going into Wentzville. And then over for Illinois, Mount Vernon, this is what I'm calling a 3-county slowdown, because it's a slowdown that lasts into 3 counties there. You can see into Nashville, Illinois, Richview, Mount Vernon, Spring Garden, all impacted by that. Now let's hear from Joe Monroe with IDOT.
The pavement temperature should rebound above freezing. The ground's awfully warm. So it's something we'll obviously keep an eye on. But if you're asking me, is it a big concern at the moment? The data suggests that probably not.
Now, he did tell me that they staffed up for tonight in anticipation of that snowfall. So we'll expect to see how things go for tomorrow morning. Back to you.
Thank you, Tracy. Let's continue our team coverage. Diamond Palmer is live in South St. Louis County.
And Diamond, the snow has caused problems on the roads there. We know. What did you see?
Well, Mike and Kelly, just hours ago, it was a completely different scene here in South County. We were right off of the Big Bend Road exit near Interstate 44. We saw semis and drivers get stuck in the slushy, wet snow. But now when we talk about things, they're much faster. Traffic is moving by fairly quickly here. But as far as the temperature, my legs are starting to shake here a little bit. It's getting colder as we get into the evening. But officials at St. Louis County Department of Transportation and Public Works Works say that 115 snowplows will be on the streets to make sure the roadways remain safe for these drivers. And crews pre-treated roughly 3,100 miles of roads overnight, and they're continuing to work through the evening. Now, the county says they have access to 35,000 pounds of rock salt for the year and even more calcium chloride. But around 1 p.m. this afternoon, Mike and Kelly, that's when we saw the heaviest traffic here in South County, with drivers getting stuck in that snow. And I spoke to some of those drivers who ended up pulling over and trying to wait it all out.
Stay off the roads if you can so the plows can get out there and get it cleaned up.
I came from Rock Hill, and yeah, it's crazy. Rock Hill is shut off. Also, 2 hills after that, I had to just turn around several times.
Now, St. Louis County's Department of Transportation says right now their day crew is still working hard to clear these roads for drivers, but they are on standby to call in their night crew to help continue make sure these roads are safe for drivers. Reporting live here in South County, Diamond Palmer, 5 on your side.
All right, now let's check in with Robert Townsend. He has a pretty good assignment. He is live in St. Louis.
Yeah, this is when people really like the snow. He joins us from the most popular sledding spot in the city, Art Hill. Robert.
Hey there, happy snowy Friday, Mike and Kelly. We are here checking out all the sights. You can see right here at this ever so popular place scores of St. Louisans enjoy every winter. Let me tell you, just look at those hundreds of snow lovers sledding down Art Hill right now. It's definitely a wintry party out here on the hill. Of course, kids of all ages, adults, and plenty of families too are out here bundled up in their thick jackets, hats, and gloves, and everybody is just having a great time sliding down Art Hill and enjoying the snow that has finally hit St. Louis today. Now, we've seen others tossing around their footballs in the snow, and you bet many folks are just out here making lots of slushy snowballs and tossing them around on this fun Friday afternoon at Art Hill. Again, this is definitely a big party out here. We've also seen those four-legged friends that we ever so love on the hill too. Everybody's enjoying this big time fun where the St. Louis tradition continues.
And you can always get our Weather First forecast on your phone. Just text the word weather to 314-425-5355.
Now to some other local news right now. The man charged with killing a mother and daughter leaving a concert in downtown St. Louis is out on bond. 22-year-old Monty Henderson was released this morning. Justina Coronel is in the newsroom with the latest on this case. Justina.
Kelly, 22-year-old Monty Henderson's bond was $200,000, but a judge allowed him to post 10% of that and he was released. Just yesterday, Henderson was charged with 2 counts in voluntary manslaughter and 2 counts of armed criminal action. Now, according to court documents, surveillance video shows his car going through a red light and hitting 2 pedestrians early Wednesday morning. The documents say he was going more than 70 miles per hour before speeding through the red light at more than double the speed limit there. The victims were from Chicago, the mom Leticia Bracero and her daughter Alyssa Cordova. Family tells me they loved music and that's why they were in town to see Drake. Now they are asking for justice.
Elected officials talk about traffic calming and occasional projects to deal with traffic, but this is purely driver behavior. And I think our leaders have to acknowledge that and come up with a strategy to deal with it, most likely having to do with better enforcement.
Now, Henderson's attorney did share a statement saying this is a very tragic accident. Monty is a very upstanding young man involved in academics and sports, end quote. Right now, the victim families want to bring the 2 women back to Chicago, and a GoFundMe is set up to do so. If you'd like to help, you can head to our website, KSTK.com, and go to the section as seen on TV.
New details in the Kansas City Chiefs parade shooting. The charges 2 kids are facing.